What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the smoking section. I'm Sean, and tonight we are continuing on with our continuation of the four-part series that I've already told you guys about. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, then obviously you guys have been gone for a little bit. Check out the last video. The link will be in the description of this video. But tonight, I'm really excited. We're going for Volume 2 of the Espinosa Comfortably Numb, and I cannot wait to dive into this. I'm really looking forward to this because I have not smoked this one yet. So I'm really interested to see what varies between Volume 1 and Volume 2, and then obviously Volume 1, 2, 3, and going into 4. So I'm really excited about this. I'm going to go ahead and get this thing unwrapped, cut, and get ready for a light, and I'll be right back in a second to light this first one off with you guys, and let's see what we get. So I will catch you guys in just a second. So here we have it, ladies and gentlemen, the Espinosa Comfortably Numb Volume 2. Now, as you guys can tell, I saved the wrapper from the last one. As you guys can tell, the Comfortably Numb one has a little bit more of a psychedelic wrap band to it, whereas this one really kind of vitalizes a lot more blue and a little bit of a psychedelic orange, red, and yellow in the background, which is really, really beautiful as well. I am really looking forward to lighting this one up, and without further ado, I'm going to just light it up because I've really been getting into this, and I'm really happy that I was able to do this four-part series. I was able to get all four cigars. Really, really happy about it. So let's go ahead and get this thing alight. And as always, you guys know, always wind up torching the bottom just a little bit, just to get us started. Just to get you started. Just so that way when you start lighting it off, it's not so much of a cold start. And now after we get this done, I'll blow through it, just to blow out some of that burnt smoke that might be there on the end. And then we light. Okay. Okay. So right off the rip, first light, right off the rip, definitely still has some earthy tones to it, but it's like a different type of earthy tone. It's much deeper, like a deeper earth. If dark soil was almost like a flavor, I could definitely seeing that being the earthy tone that I'm getting right now. It's not so much a light earthy where it's like a dusty kind of earth. It's very deep, very rich, almost like a deeper, darker dirt type of tone to it. Definitely still has some woodsy taste in there as well. No sweetness this time. Definitely no sweetness. Definitely just more woodsy, a little bit more earthy. I can even taste a little bit of like a hint of like cocoa in there as well. But it's right on the tip of the tongue. It's not very prevalent, at least not yet. But it it really has a nice flavor for that first one. That's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Not a lot of spice right now. With Espinosa, I know that Espinosa loves his spice. Um, Probably wind up getting into that probably about halfway through the first third, but I gotta tell you, really nice blend so far. I can't wait to dive into this and see what we wind up diving into because those first couple flavors right off the rip are usually the ones that either stick around for quite some time and then blend really nicely with other ones, or they wind up just kind of being prevalent in the beginning and then they kind of fade out with some others. So I want to see what's going on with this. I'm going to smoke this one down to my first third and we're going to go from there. And hopefully you guys are smoking one as well to let me know what you guys think about this cigar. So I will see you guys in just a second. So I'm just past my first third, and I got to tell you, Volume 2, excuse me, Volume 2 is definitely a little bit different than Volume 1. Let's break it down. So for right now, let me show you guys this real quick. So in Volume 1, the ash was very flaky. I mean, I couldn't even hold an ash like this within the first one. I mean, Now this one, it definitely seems as though it's about to break, probably right about in this area. You can see that crack right there. It's definitely going to break soon, probably within the next 5-6 puffs. But regardless, the wrapping, the way that the tobacco is wrapped in this cigar, definitely a little bit tighter, which I like. It definitely helps with the construction of the cigar, which I think is absolutely amazing. So, Comfortably Numb Volume 1 definitely had the spice to it. This one has a hint of spice and more of like a earthy, woodsy, kind of like a toasty kind of flavoring to it. I can't say toasty like it tastes like toasted bread. And I'm not saying it tastes like toasted marshmallow. So don't get excited that I'm going to say like, oh my God, it's toasted marshmallow. And you're going to be like, oh my God, I love cigars that taste like toasted marshmallow. Not like that. This one definitely has more of like a woodsy, burning kind of woods, toasty, earthy, slight pepper tone. So if you're not really big into a lot of pepper, you're not into a lot of spice, you're not into, certain things that can make your nose kind of tingle when you do the retrohale, Volume 2, definitely for you. If you're going for the Espinosa Comfortably Numb volumes. This one has been absolutely a joy to smoke. I'll be honest with you. Like, I had a really hard day at work today. I'm just trying to sit back, relax. I'm not trying to, have a lot of burn. I'm going to show you how much I'm trying to relax tonight. Put this thing down. For all you Philly fans out there, we got the Ghost Cherry Lemonade energy drink that I'm pairing this with tonight. Not drinking at all, just kind of chilling, vibing. Wanted a little bit of some cherry lemonade. Nothing really serious. It's a very laid-back cigar. And now I'm starting to understand why they say it's comfortably numb, because I'm really feeling as though I'm getting comfortable. I'm just waiting for the numb to happen. But I got to tell you, it's an amazing cigar so far within this first third. And I mean, it's just beautiful. I mean, you can't tell me, let me hold it like this so that way you guys can read. You can't tell me that that's not a beautiful looking cigar, comfortably numb, with some ash on it. I mean, that is just absolutely beautiful. Beautifully, beautifully done. Now, before we get into our second third, we're going to be at that point in our show where I wind up telling you guys a little bit about it. So, the wrapper is a Corojo wrapper. They also have Nicaraguan tobacco in this cigar. The way that it combines is just it's amazing. And I'm a big time supporter of Corojo tobacco. Let me just tell you, Corojo tobacco to me is like the best of both worlds. It's kind of like you want something mild, but yet you don't want something so strong that you can't taste anything else. I think the Corojo is like that perfect right down the middle. So for me, this one is hitting so well after a long day. This could actually be a nice breakfast cigar. I mean, this one is being classified as a medium to almost full-bodied cigar. Don't believe it. Do not believe it. Because I'll be honest with you, the pepper has just not kicked in yet. Maybe it will, like towards like the end of the second third. But I'll be honest with you, that first third has been just a joy to smoke. So I'm going to keep smoking this thing down because I got to tell you, it's enjoyable. Tonight, I'm not watching a movie. I'm actually watching Hawaii Five-0. I started binge watching this. So I have that up on the TV right now. I'm smoking this. I'm relaxing. And it's kind of funny. I just realized we're doing the Comfortably Numb series, which is kind of psychedelic. And I have my psychedelic pressed wood guitar right next to it. Was not planned, I promise. Just really realizing that tonight, though. So she's going to stay there until the end of the 4-part series. But regardless, I cannot wait to smoke this second third and see where it takes us from here. And hopefully it takes us on a nice mellow ride. So I will catch you guys in just a second. So I'm just getting past my second third, probably a little over than that. One thing I got to say is trying to get smoke out of the second third has been a little bit more difficult than it was in the first third. Now, all right, before we go any further, I'm actually going to put this one down. Before we go any further, that does not necessarily mean that the cigar is badly rolled. So it was a little bit tighter than the Volume 1, which is fine. I don't mind. It wasn't so tight that it felt like you were trying to suck a golf ball through a garden hose. But it did wind up feeling like the tightness started affecting the burn throughout the cigar in the second third. Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing. What I normally do, and I'm going to show you guys this now, is, so if you guys can see, there's a little bit of cracking on the actual leaf, a little bit on the wrap. I pinch the cigar every now and then. Tries to free up a little bit of blockages, make sure that everything kind of has a airflow for when I'm pulling. And that seemed to help a little bit. Now, you can also use a digger tool, which you basically poke the cigar, core it out, rip it out, and it kind of leaves a nice flow for you to go through. You can do that. I haven't done that. I've never done that. I just kind of roll the cigar like with my fingers. Like if I'm holding it, I don't want to crack it anymore, but if I'm holding it, I wind up rolling it, and like right there, I have a little bit of toughness right there that I can feel, and you could probably hear a little bit of it. Now it's starting to crack a little bit more. I don't want to crack it too much, but it does feel as though it wound up getting a little bit more solid in that. But other than that, I got to tell you, for the flavor profile, the pepper wound up getting a little bit more intense. Not so intense that it's like choking me out or that you can't taste anything else. It basically wound up going to a point where the hotness of the smoke and the pepper kind of combined, and it kind of helped cover up some of those other tones, the earthy and the woody kind of taste. But other than that, the profile has been absolutely amazing. Very relaxed cigar, not too spicy, not too hot. Absolutely amazing cigar to smoke so far. I'm actually looking forward to just finishing this thing off. There might not even be a final third, but I'm going to try my best to make a final third attempt in this video. Little hint, there probably will be a final third. But regardless, it's just a beautiful blended cigar. And I got to tell you, I'm not saying that I like it more than Volume 1, because just like sequels to movies, you'll never beat the original. But sometimes you find those one movie series where the second, third, fourth, fifth movie might be just as good as the first one. Hashtag The Equalizer, hashtag John Wick. But regardless, Volume 2 has been an absolute pleasure to smoke. And I don't know why more people aren't going towards Volume 2, unless they're just traditionalists, where they just really like Volume 1, and they don't really want to explore anything other. They might smoke it, but then they don't really travel to it. But I got to tell you, it's an amazing smoke. You got to try it. But for right now, I'm going to keep smoking this one down because it's been a pleasure to smoke, and I can't wait to see what the final third has in store for us. So I will catch you guys in just a second. So I am just loving this cigar. I already got the cigar dagger in it. And, wait. Is there a problem with my laptop? Something's happening with my... Hey guys, it's Sean from the smoking section. Did you guys like that cigar dagger that I was just holding during this video? Well, there's a place you can get that. And if you don't know the place that you can get that, let me tell you about it. It's one of our sponsors. It's Finley's Boutique. Finley's Boutique is an amazing sponsor of the smoking section, and they have been since we basically first started. Jess and her daughter Finley are absolutely amazing when it comes to cigar apparel, whether it be a cigar dagger, an ashtray, whatever the case may be. They always have something in there, and I got to tell you, they always surprise me with whatever they wind up coming out with. That cigar dagger that you just saw was for Halloween. It has a little spider on the end of it. It's an amazing cigar dagger. And if anybody who knows me knows, I love Halloween. I love fall. I love horror movies, everything. So what did they send me? A cigar dagger with a spider on it to help hold my cigar with a little bit of spookiness to it. And what do you know? Christmas is right around the corner. So if you need something for a best friend, a father, a brother, a wife, a dad, whatever the case may be, check out Finley's Boutique. And I guarantee you, you're going to love everything that they have to offer. They do customized cigar daggers. All you have to do is message them. They will get it out to you. Just make sure you do it in a timely manner to give them enough time to put everything together for that perfect gift. But without that, where else are you going to go? Your local brick and mortar? Yeah, they might have a few things. But why just get something that's going to be something that somebody already has when you get something personalized for your loved one? Finley's Boutique. They are absolutely amazing. And of course, they sponsor the smoking section. So why go anywhere else? Check them out. The link will be in the description in this video. Check them out. I guarantee you, you will love them. Message them, let them know what you're thinking, and I guarantee you they can make it happen. But thank you guys so much for listening to this, and I'm going to bring you guys back to your regularly scheduled cigar review. Thank you. Bye. That was really weird. Well, I'm really sorry for that. But hey, look, we've already gone through our final third. But look, I got to tell you, thanks to Finley's Boutique, I can hold this cigar and be able to finish this thing off. And I got to tell you, after I paused the last portion for the second third, I wound up breaking up that little bit of a clog on this cigar, and it smoked absolutely perfectly. Sometimes for a cigar, you need to squeeze it a little bit, break everything up, even try and blow some of that old smoke out so that way you can wind up enjoying the rest of it. This cigar has been absolutely amazing in the final third. Not too spicy, not too hot. It's just been an absolute joy to smoke. I absolutely love the Volume 2 for the Comfortably Numb. And if you love cigars that are not too spicy but still have a butt ton of flavor in them, the Comfortably Numb Volume 2 is definitely a cigar for you. But I got to tell you, I'm going to smoke this thing down until I can't smoke it anymore, because this has been an absolute joy to smoke. And I highly suggest that you guys grab one of these and check it out for yourself. But I'm going to smoke this down, and I will see you guys for my final thoughts, and we'll go from there. So I'll see you guys in just a second. So everybody winds up, I guess, probably wondering, okay, Sean, after the final third, do you wind up just putting it out and then just skipping right to final thoughts? No, I do not do that. So just to show you guys, this is about as far down as I was able to get. It did go out on me. I was sitting here watching Hawaii 5-0, just kind of doing my thing. And this is about as far down as I got. Now, obviously, as you guys can see, I have my Finley's Boutique cigar pick ready to go. It was already in there. It was in there before that, so you guys saw that. But that's about as far down as I was able to get it. And I'm not going to relight that just because at that point in time, for another 5 to 8 puffs, it was such an amazing cigar that I just don't think that I don't want to ruin it by relighting it and this, that, and the other thing. But I got to tell you guys, Volume 2 really, really surprised me. So with most cigars that I find, whenever there's like a second or a third version of that cigar, sometimes they kick up the heat in the cigar. And I got to tell you guys, this cigar absolutely surprised me because it had a completely, I don't want to say completely, it almost had a completely different profile. Yes, the cedar, like the woody kind of like pine cedar kind of woodsy taste was in there. I did mention that it was like a more girthier earth type of flavor in it. But the one thing that this cigar was kind of missing was the extra spice. There was spice in the cigar. Don't think that this cigar is just for like the faint of heart. There was spice in the cigar. But this cigar had just enough spice that it really was comfortably numb. I mean, it just really wound up making the cigar an enjoyable experience to try and smoke. And I got to tell you guys, like, if you haven't tried this cigar before, if you're going along with this series and you wind up doing volume 1, 2, 3, and 4 with me, hopefully you guys agree with it, because this cigar was an absolute joy to smoke. I didn't have one single complaint other than at one point, like I said, I had to kind of roll the cigar to try and break up some of that harder ash that maybe wound up getting in the cigar, that little clump that wound up making the drag a little bit harder. But other than that, the cigar was amazing. It really was. And I love cigars like this because you can taste everything in it. And for me, that's the best part about smoking a cigar, that you're able to dissect the cigar as you smoke it. And for me, that's the best part of all. So with this, I'm going to tell you, like, it was definitely probably one of the best Espinosa cigars that I've smoked underneath the Comfortably Numb Volume 1. I got to tell you, it really was. It's an amazing cigar. Now I'm really excited to see what Volume 3 brings out. And Volume 3 will probably be dropping sometime this weekend. I've been traveling a lot this week for work, trying to make time for this, and tonight was the first night that I was actually able to make time for this cigar review video. So you'll probably be seeing it, well, you'll be seeing it when it drops, but right now it's about 7 o'clock tonight. So you'll probably be seeing it sometime between now and like 8 o'clock by the time everything uploads. But an amazing cigar. Espinosa is absolutely a genius, and because I did it with the last one, here is the band fully unwrapped for the Espinosa Comfortably Numb Volume 2. Just, it's beautiful artwork. And I know that they all kind of have the same artwork, but the color schemes are definitely different. I love the color schemes. It definitely helps separate one from the other. It's an amazing cigar, and I can't wait to go into Volume 3 and see what that one brings to us. But with that being said, this video is done. We're ready to go. This weekend, Comfortably Numb Volume 3 is going to be dropping. I promise you guys that. But until then, I'm Sean with the smoking section. Can't wait to see you guys on the next one. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Have you smoked this one? What do you guys think about this cigar? Do you guys taste the same things I do? Do you not? Do you think I'm full of BS? Whatever. Let me know in the comments, and I will see you guys on the next one. As always, I'm Sean from the smoking section. Stay blessed, stay smoking, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. I will catch you guys later. Have a good night. Bye!